Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. These are the swaps that I participated in over at your paper pantry for the month of January. I was involved in the greeting swap, and in that swap you have to create 3 cards per person in your group, which we had 4 people in our group, so we had to create 12 cards. 3 different styles, so 4 of 3 different styles. I ended up using the Making Memories card kit from last year. I had some of my papers left over, and this is what I came up with. I used this paper, and these were punched out hearts along the edge, and I coated that with the glitter Doodlebug glitter paper, and then I made a Tim Holtz rosette, and I used Glitter Glam on that, and then I used Maya Rhodes heart, and I covered that with glossy accents, and then I also used Maya Rhodes flourish. So that was one of the cards that I made. The other card, I used a Stampin' Up! Stamp set. The little boy and the girl kissing on a little bench. I made a little mask for the heart around Cupid, and then I sprayed my card with Tattered Angels and the red Perfect Pearls. I think it turned out really cool. And then I cut out the Flourish stamp that I stamped and put the girl and the boy in there and used some black jute. And then I used some Maya Road chipboard letters to spell love. And the next card, everybody has been using doilies, and I just think they are so beautiful. But instead of using just a plain doily, I wanted to alter it somehow, and I decided to cut the center of it out and make a heart. And then I backed it with some plain cardstock, and I used the Tattered Leather Tattered Angels spray. I just think it turned out cool. And then I covered just the circle area with glossy accents to draw even more shine and glimmer to it. Then I used the Making Memories ticket and some Stampin' Up! Ribbon, and then some Maya Road pins. So that was my 3rd card for the swap. And then these were the little envelopes that I made. I used a little love stamp in the corner. I was also involved in the ATC swap, and it was a vintage ATC Vintage Valentine swap. So I ended up using the pink paisley paper, and instead of cutting up my 12 by 12 paper pads, I ended up just using the packaging, the front paper of their packs that shows all of the different papers. I just cut up the strips and used all the different ones for my cards. And then I love Kim Anderson. Her pictures and her prints, the black and white and a little bit of color with all of the little kids. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I ended up printing those off on canvas, and I used a different picture for each card and then a different strip of paper for each card. And then I stamped these little hearts and a journaling or a script stamp in the background. And when I went to cover the stamps with glitter, or the hearts with glitter, it stuck to the journaling, the script stamp as well, which was kind of a happy mistake. I just think it turned out really cool. So I ended up spraying it with acrylic glossy spray, and then going back over it with gel medium. I painted the background with crackle paint. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but the background is crackle paint, so it kind of adds an even more of a three-dimensional layer. I used the basic gray paper trim and painted it gold, and then I sprayed jute with Tattered Angels, and then I made these little paper bag flowers. I punched about 20 different layers out and sprayed them with Tattered Angels and scrunched them together, and then I punched a little bitty flower out of a pop can and used a Tim Holtz little baby screw brad, and then I covered it with glitter glam, and then I cut out some felt leaves. So that is my ATC swap, and then this is the back. Oops, sorry. This is the back. I was also involved in the charm swap for the first time with Reagan and Allison. I have never made charms before, and so this is my first attempt. The final charms ended up looking a little bit different than this because I had first sprayed my little clothespin with Tattered Angels, and then ended up realizing that I liked them plain better. So anyway, I made the little charm using the little clothespin. I just thought that was so cute. And then I added a little heart and used several different colors of the beads. So anyway, that is my charm swap, and I hope everybody likes them. I was also involved in the collage millinolage swap, and we had to do a recipe swap. So this is what I came up with. My recipe is for corn chip goodies, and then on the back, this is what I did. I used the pink paisley die cut paper and cut the little hearts off to make them look like little vintage Valentines, and then I put them in the Making Memories little envelopes. So that is my recipe card swap. I was also in the image swap, and the theme for this month was words. And so I decided to use the Listen to Your Heart Tim Holtz frame and quote. And then I used my favorite script stamp, and I did a fadeaway stamp. So I stamped the first stamp down at the bottom, the second, third, and fourth stamp coming all the way up to the top. And then I did a Stampin' Up! Silhouette stamp in the middle. I was also in the flower swap. And our theme for this month was tea-dyed. So these were the flowers that I came up with for that. I loved doing this swap this month. I had so much fun. I used the old pattern tissue paper and then old book script, and then I sprayed it with Tattered Angels and scrunched it all together. And I did about, I don't know, a gazillion punches to make it look nice and fluffy. And then I used a yellow button for the center. This one I used the canvas, brown canvas, and I stitched along the center. I did a running stitch, and then I pulled the stitch tight and crunched it all up, and I love the way that it frayed around the edge. I just think that looks so cool. And then I did felt in the middle, and then I used Heidi Swapp brad and covered it with Tattered Angels. And I hope you can see how glimmery and shimmery and beautiful, just how beautiful the Tattered Angels makes that look. It's just scrumptious in real life. On this one, because canvas is so big right now, I used canvas and I did the same thing. I did a running stitch and stitched it together. And then I found this column, like newspaper column fabric, and so I cut it up and made it all frilly and sprayed it with Tattered Angels. And same thing, I used a Heidi Swapp giant brad, and I love the way that on the giant brad the Tattered Angels catches and the way it dries. It just is so beautiful. It just looks like raindrops. So anyway, that is my flower, my other flower. And then my last flower, I used October Afternoon paper and punched out scallop punches and circle punches and scrunched it all up and coated it the same thing with Tattered Angels. And then I did a brad in the center, and some of it caught on the brad. But I just think Tattered Angels makes things so beautiful. So anyway, that is my final flower for the swap. And I have a couple more swaps that I was in, but this is all I have for right now. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see what everybody else did for our swaps for January at your paper pantry. And if you have not checked us out, please come and check us out. We are having so much fun with crafty goodness. If you're not joining, you're missing out. So thanks for watching.